I think it would have been awesome. There was only one game on TV when I was a kid, and that was the CBS squeezed it in probably with 3 commercials, the championship. So I remember just being glued to it, but we didn't certainly have the exposure right when I was a kid. But I think for these young kids now to have a night like that, boy, I just feel so grateful to be a part of it now, that you can have players that the young ones are watching, and to have a night like that and to be part of it, it's just a really cool kind of full circle meeting moment. And I feel like I'm just excited for all the kids that get to watch that night, because they're going to get to see a lot of stars shine, that's for sure.
There's been so much talk about, Angel and Caitlin, and I feel like people either want them to hate each other or be best friends. Why do you feel like people can't just let them kind of just be basketball players?
Well, I feel just the beginnings, of another era of, interest in female sports. There's a lot of narratives that people, want to write about, because sometimes just writing about the stats and about the game itself probably gets a little bit more mundane. But I just think they're, just like all types of sports, there's usually who's ever 1 and 2 or whatever, was it you're a Celtics fan with Bird? Were you a Lakers fan with Magic? So I think I feel like they both probably stayed in their lane. They're both really, really great players. I think they both really shouldered a lot. I think they've both really done it really well. Certainly I know our player, I think Caitlin's done it about as well as you could possibly have done it. So I think what I hope is that we'll just play this year, and it's this year's matchup, and we'll start from here. Because I think both teams deserve that. I think both teams have had a heck of a year to get to this point, and I just hope it's a really competitive game. It wasn't so much last year, so that's our number one, is to be able to go and just give it our best shot and really enjoy the moment, because it is a big one.
LSU said they think their best matchup is at the 4 with Anisha. Who will be on her? How will you try to stop her?
We'll
different elements.
I think we'll do a little bit by committee. Depending. Kate plays our 4. Sid can play the 4. Hannah's like a 4. Morrow and Reese, they're as tough of a combo in the country, right? We played Morrow last year in a scrimmage at DePaul.
Oh, yeah.
And she's tremendous. So I feel like they're all hard matchups, but I think she's a phenomenal player. I think we're going to have to do some different people. I don't think you got to kind of give different looks, because they're so physical, and the way games can be called, everybody's got to be ready, because you don't know if it's physical or if it's tightly called. But I would say that their matchups, they could probably say that with a lot of people, their best matchups tomorrow, or they could say their best matchup to Reese, or their best matchup to Johnson. I feel like everybody that has played them probably feels the same way. It's like, okay, maybe we can counter that one, but then no, you got that matchup, right? We can counter, we got this one too. So they're just really, really good. But I do like Morrow, and I just think they play so hard. I just love how hard they play. They're certainly passionate as well. It's not going to be easy, that's for sure. That's what I said at the beginning of, when we saw the bracket pop up. I said, well, if we make it to Cleveland, we're going to be well prepared, right? And, now we get 40 more minutes, and I just really, hope it's more competitive than it was last year. And I know we'll be ready to give it our best shot, and so will they.
Jen,